Hello? Wow, okay. I was like trying to get... Hello, I was trying to get Tailspire working on browser, and it was just not working, and I didn't realize until I saw your comments that my my OBS had crashed. Okay, so Tailspire. There's a lot of cool things about this. It'd be really awesome running a game from this. You know, you got your little tokens in a 3D space. It looks awesome. You know, and I've designed plenty of 3D maps. Lots of 3D maps. So, really cool. But the problem is designing these maps in Tailspire, and this is it. Designing it takes forever. They show you using them, but this is how you design them. You have to put every single piece down one at a time. And they blaze through this really fast. But every individual piece you have to put down. And they have like multiple screens here to show the process really fast. But I tried to do this for a real game that I'm running with Shaitan and several other people. And it was a nightmare. Yeah, I mean, you can save the maps, but... So I went from this to using Dungeon Alchemist. So I've got this, and yes, I had to pay for it. So both Tailspire and Dungeon Alchemist you have to pay for. Tailspire is cheaper, but your players have to buy it, or you buy a DM pack and you can allow players to join via seats. Dungeon Alchemist is more expensive, but it's definitely worth it. But look at this.
An application that allows you to make amazing maps in just a few clicks.
So I just go, oh yeah, I want a sewer, and then you draw like rooms, and it just populates the rooms with materials. Right? And you can just click and drag. You just say I wanted to move this thing here. I just drag it over, and then I make it bigger, or I make it smaller, or I make it green. And it's like really, really easy to do. I can build a map like this in this size in a matter of like a minute. And that is what makes it so effective.
You can then easily print these maps and use them in your role-playing games.
And I have used maps like this in real life. I've printed out maps to play in public settings for one-shots. And it's really effective.
Or you can import them into your favorite VTT.
And so you can import this into Foundry as well. And so you saw just then the lighting. So you can have lighting effects. You can have line of sight. And you can actually import this into, if you use a tabletop like Foundry.
Your favorite.
So you can see like where the characters can actually see. So doing all this in Foundry, you can, but it takes a very long time to normally set it up. But it takes very little time.
Configured for you. Here's how it works. First, choose a terrain for your map. Then pick a theme. How about an old school crypt? Or maybe an abandoned mansion? Just start drawing rooms. And Dungeon Alchemist will place all the walls, floors, doors, objects, and lights for you. Each new room is generated on the fly and is completely unique. Yeah, we do all the grunt work for you, so you can focus on creating. Changed your mind? No problem. Swap out the theme of an entire room with a single click. Is it a garden? Nope, it's a hovel. And now it's a tent. Everything in Dungeon Alchemist can be adjusted. Release your interior decorator and go wild. Recolor.
So I can actually, on the fly, build a map for the players if they need something, or I can modify one that I've already made.
Bring in your own content.
You know, so I could have a map already made, and then suddenly they decide, like, they go to the area during nighttime, or they set it on fire, or you know, there's a big change, and I can do it
and really
live, and it's really cool. And I can do it as they're actually playing.
Assets, each lovingly crafted to suit your adventuring needs.
But when we play, it's not in 3D, so it would be nice to have a tabletop application where we could actually use it in 3D live. So I hope Dungeon Alchemist makes it in
your heart's content. Once you're happy,
makes it as a tabletop simulator.
Come along with us and let Dungeon Alchemist upgrade your role-playing experience to the next level.
Yeah, it's pretty cool. They've been constantly updating it. They've added like workshop support and a whole bunch of other features that are really cool. Later, nerd. Hearthstone? Oh no, I haven't played Hearthstone in a very long time. Good to see you though, Clem. I know how much you love Pallies. While you appreciate the details on the map and all the nice graphics, I think that's the least important part of a D&D session. That's totally fair. It is definitely nice to be able to rock up and have that as something that you can present to people. Clem is definitely a paladin enjoyer. You have to tell around a lot. Clem's got like 87 paladins. Oh, it's so hard to hit anything with that. Oh my god, where did they come from? Yeah. Shaitan definitely likes his warlocks. Totally understandable though. No kill doggies, okay. Right through the boot.
Здоров, чоловіче.
Hey man, what's new?
Пощастило нам із мутантами.
As far as local wildlife goes, local wildlife just owned your butt. Oh look, trade, and he's got a fucking med kit. Why didn't you use it, you piece of shit?
Побачимось.
Oh, he picked up his gun. I'm gonna take your sausages. Yeah, we haven't played. Yeah, we're still on 2014 rules. Just simply because we've been mid-campaign, didn't want to like stop and change and get confused with things. But it does mean there's a situation where potentially going to be running some other games in the near future, and I haven't even read the books yet, so we'll see how that goes. Oh! Holy fuck, that nearly killed me. Yeah, I've been thinking about streaming my next games. So far we haven't streamed any of the games we've played, but definitely thinking about the next one that I do. Streaming it. Oh, a brand new Vinta. Extra channel points. You ever need someone to fill in with online D&D? Yeah, fair enough. Yeah, so what the plan is once I'm gonna finish the current campaign that I'm running. I mean, we've been going for 3 years now. In January, we will have been going for 3 years. But the idea is once that's finished is when I'm going to start looking at starting a new one. The initial idea was that I wanted to, like, after we started, I floated the idea of streaming it to people, but some of the content that we'd already sort of come up as lore and the people that were involved weren't too keen on streaming it. But the idea was that with the next game that it might happen. So there may be different or more people in the next one. We've only got a very small group with the current campaign, so we've definitely got space for more people. I was definitely going to float applicants for the next game. Yeah. And look, honestly, so, most of the stuff we do is totally fine for streaming. Yeah. I mean, there's definitely downsides to streaming. When you stream, you've got the extra attention that's sort of implied to the stream, which is taken away from attention to the players in the game. So it's going to be different to the way that I normally stream. Usually when I stream, I pay very high attention to what's in chat. I respond to every message. I make a big effort to try and respond to every single message put in chat. But if I was to stream D&D, it would be during those sessions, it would be different. It would be, you know, paying attention to the game. It's purely a spectation. Oh, look, that I don't see that as much of an issue, Bozef, because obviously the players that I would get in the game, I would be vetting them and their attitudes and everything as well. But the other thing is that there's plenty of opportunity for people to, out of character, take advantage of things. People need to be able to do that. You know, differentiate between what their characters know and what their players know already, you know. And I don't have a problem with saying, look, I know you said that that's what you want to do, but there's no way that your character would know that. And Shaitan can attest to that I've called people out for potentially saying, like, your character wouldn't know that's happening. How would they actually know that? Explain that to me. Very much a Smeagol. You've got to have the precious. And look, I think probably what I would do is I would probably consider start doing like some one-shots first. Maybe some public ones. This place is pretty cool. With a bit more sort of open membership of people, allowing lots of people to come in and try it out and play. What the fuck is that? Holy shit. Yeah. So I think that there'd be definitely a certain level of I would need to run some people first to sort of see how they act in that sort of environment before I ever put them into a long form campaign. That was a Cato. Dark Sun. I'm currently playing in a weekly game every Thursday, an Aliens tabletop, which is awesome. It's like, you know, the Aliens movies, very like 80s retro sci-fi style. We've gone and played like the movie settings where we're playing as like space truckers. We've gone to like a battle scenario with Space Marines, and now we're doing like a full campaign as Space Marines, and it's really cool. It's pretty awesome, and it's the first time I've played in a full campaign as a player and really enjoyed myself. It's the guy who's running it, he's ran a Dark Sun setting campaign before as well, so it's pretty cool. But he's one of those wants to run every different type of system sort of people, whereas I've tried to limit myself and what systems I play. I would prefer to master a few of systems, like 1 or 2 systems, rather than play every system and then get confused between the 2 of them. There has been times where I've wanted to run a Tarkov tabletop game, and I don't think that 5e is very good at that. So I think that something like Cyberpunk or GURPS or something else would be much better at that. Dark Sun is D&D? Okay. I didn't think that the actual system was D&D though. Rogue Trader or Shadowrun? I know Rogue Trader exists. I know Shadowrun exists. I have both of those games, but I've never played them, so I could not tell you what their systems are actually like. There is a beacon here we can disable. Tarkov's so bad to you, you can't see the appeal. See, for me, Tarkov was heavily based off this game that I'm playing right now. Very immersive, very depressing, like Russian sort of setting, scavenging. There's a lot about it that's sort of very appealing for me. I don't know how to get up here. How long would you think would you take to beat Mike Tyson's Punch-Out? Are you talking about like the NES game? I have no idea. I've never played it. Fuck, how are you supposed to get up there? I bet I could do it within 6 hours without cheating. I mean, I try not to cheat, but I've definitely taken clever use of game mechanics. I've got no fucking idea how I'm supposed to get up to this. Supposedly, there is the thing here. I've got no idea how I'm supposed to get up to it. Game just minimized mid-fight. Awesome. Holy fuck! That's where I gotta go. Fuck you! God damn, these little shits are annoying. Sounds like a nail gun. Yeah. It's because it's a suppressed subsonic round. Man, how the fuck am I supposed to get in there? This is the most confused I've been since I've started playing this game. Am I supposed to just go like somewhere totally else? Go here?